He said, you know, we're going back to the streets in Memphis, and we're going to win this battle in Memphis.
America will get better and better. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
This week, the world lost civil rights leader and humanitarian Reverend Jesse Jackson. He died Tuesday at 84 years old. Jackson was a protege of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and was at the Lorraine Motel in downtown Memphis when Dr. King was assassinated on April 4th, 1968. In 1971, Jackson founded the Rainbow Push Coalition in Chicago, a multiracial organization that fights for social justice. He also ran for president of the United States once in 1984. Then again in 1988 when he became one of the front runners for the Democratic nomination. I'm going to take you to a picture now where we see Jesse Jackson walking with kids in African attire, and I'm going to let Otis pick it up from here.
Well, thank you. And the picture you see on the screen there now is me with Reverend Jackson at Mount Vernon Baptist Church in Westwood back in the late 1990s. I had a very special and unique relationship with him. Every time he came to Memphis, and he came very often. Matter of fact, I said previously that Memphis was like a second home to him. And every time he would come by the Commercial Appeal and meet with the editorial board when I was on the board and when I was chair of the board, just to have a conversation with us about issues that he cared about. I'm wearing this African attire as a tribute to him because that's the way he looked in his younger days when he was out there doing the work that a civil rights leader should have been doing back then. I first met him when I was a 23-year-old reporter down in Jackson, Mississippi, covered the SCLC National Convention. He was there. Then when I came to Memphis, this was in 1977, he came here and did a rally at the Lorraine Motel, and then a march up to the Federal Building to bring attention to unemployment, black unemployment. He was very critical of Jimmy Carter, a Democrat, for not doing enough to address that issue. I covered that meeting, and that's really where we got to know each other. That was back in September of 1977. And so our relationship spans almost 50 years. And so I consider this a personal loss to me, because he was such a accommodating person, not just to the media, but to anybody that he would come in contact with in this community and in other communities, which is why you see so many photographs on social media with people with Reverend Jackson, because he was always accommodating.
Beautifully said, Otis. Wow, that one got my heart a little bit there. Deidre, your notes.
Oh, I just want to say that there are so many advocates now because of him. If you think about Reverend Al Sharpton, if you think about a Tamika Mallory, who's coming up and who is one of the founders of the Women's March, they all came up and grew up under Reverend Jackson. And you know, I think about when he ran for president in 1984, I was working at a little radio station in Rock Island, Illinois, and my mom came in from Chicago with her Run, Jesse, Run t-shirt on, walking through the radio station. But what I want people to remember is Shirley Chisholm was the first black woman to run for president.
That's right.
And the second African American to run for president was Jesse Jackson. And so we're very proud of his legacy. And we have to continue to fight, because a lot of what he fought for in this environment is trying to be rolled back. So we have to continue to be vigilant and fight.
Yeah, they walked so that Obama and Kamala Harris could run.
Exactly.
It's very incredible. Luke, I happen to have to mention that I did see President Trump did tribute Jesse Jackson. So there seems to be a way where Reverend Jesse Jackson had an ability to really work both sides of the aisle.
Absolutely, and he was such an advocate for peaceful protest and standing together no matter what you looked like, no matter where you came from. You can stand with me and we can march together peacefully and advocate for our positions, and we can use the courts. I think that's really important. And, you know, I'm kind of the youngster, I guess, at the table. I don't know. I was born much after he ran, much later
You're not
after he
alone.
ran for president. Thank you. And but what I do know is he had such a special connection to Memphis.
Yes,
and
he
I
did.
spoke with mayoral candidate John DeBerry earlier this week, and I know Reverend Jackson would visit him at his office, and they had a personal relationship as well. And so, Otis, I thank you for your comments. It's such a special thing to see somebody who you read about in the history books who really cared about our community and came back often and was approachable, and you could ask questions and he would give advice. And so that's special, and I love hearing about it.
Oh, definitely.
And of all the people who were lieutenants to Dr. Martin Luther King, he came to Memphis far more than any of them.
Oh, yeah.
Ralph Abernathy, Andrew Young,
That's right.
Stokely Carmichael, he was always here. And I'll never forget that rally that I was mentioning back in 1977. He had a sign that he was carrying walking down the Mid-America Mall to the Federal Building, and it said, "We want jobs, not jive."
Ooh.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because that was the way he sort of felt back in the 1970s with his African attire on. He had that wonderful
Yes.
afro. He was just somebody that I just liked to talk to
Oh, of
because he
course.
was very, very, very conversive about it.
Very.
Yeah, and you can't forget, I am somebody.
And keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive.
Yes. All right, that was beautiful. Well, way to end this show. This was probably one of my favorite shows. I'll
Yeah,
go ahead and say
mine
it.
too.
Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for watching ABC24 This Week. We hope you'll join us next week for ABC24 This Week.